Good morning, everyone. This pair of words that we're going to look at today is a really important pair that will probably come up on the first certificate if you are doing the first certificate, especially if you're doing something in terms of food. This is a good pair to know, to understand. Okay? Crude and raw are false friends, which means that even though the words between Spanish and English look very similar, you have to be careful because we don't use them in the same way. Crude in English has two main uses. We do use crude in the sense of unprocessed materials, and that's really common with the idea of crude oil, for example, when you're talking about business and finance. Most times, however, when people talk about crude, they're talking about the opposite of polite. Somebody who's crude could be without manners or be a very offensive person to be around. For example, if I'm talking about crude in the sense of offensive, I might say he was fired from his job for making crude remarks to his boss, in the sense of impolite or, not nice. Raw, however, has the idea of uncooked. And this is the word that most people are thinking of when they're thinking of crude, when they're trying to put it from Spanish into English. Raw vegetables, raw fruit, raw meat. Those have the idea of I need heat to prepare them. So for example, if you want to eat better, you might want to try including more raw vegetables in your diet. Not crude vegetables, because as we've seen, crude is mostly connected to oil or personality. So, just to review, raw is the word you use for uncooked food or unprocessed food. Crude is the idea of crude oil and the idea of unprocessed oil, but we typically use it for somebody who has bad manners. So, I hope you found that pair useful. If you have any questions or you'd like to consult more doubts about vocabulary, please visit the blog at stop-spanglish.blogspot.com, or if you'd like more information about classes, about English classes for Spanish speakers of English, please contact me via www.stopspanglish.com.